Historians think in a lot more ways than just memorizing flashcards and spitting them back out onto a page. Historians must do 4 different things in order to establish that they're historians and in order to understand history in more of a way than just memorizing things. The 4 things that historians need to do are investigate, judge, think, and tell. These go into the 4 different categories of the 4 different aspects of a historian. Historians are detectives, they're judges, they're philosophers, and they're also storytellers. For example, as a detective, a historian needs to investigate authentic evidence and ask serious questions in order to understand that what they are learning is factual and not fiction. Historians also need to judge. We would not have history if it weren't for judgment. We need to judge in order to learn more and in order to pick out stuff that is also false. Historians also need to be philosophers. Philosophers think about thinking, and in order to be a historian and understand history as a whole, historians must become philosophers and they must think about what they're thinking about. For example, they need to think about the revolution or think about the French Revolution in a way of they're thinking in this certain way, so therefore this is right. And lastly, historians must be storytellers. History has been passed on for centuries now, and historians must be a part of this narrative. A narrative is a story that you write or you tell, so as a historian, you must be able to tell a story or write a story in a textbook in order for this to be passed down. And therefore history is so much more than flashcards, because historians don't just memorize flashcards. They are detectives, they're judges, they're philosophers, and they're storytellers. And because of this, history is so much more than just something that you write down and you spit back out on a piece of paper.